Hello and welcome back to a new video here on the Ludwig Fusel channel. A long time no seen video here. Actually, I did upload a video already a week ago, probably already over a week ago. I uploaded a video to at least say, hi, I'm still here, but this is now a proper video like I've announced. I have myself in here, so hi, I'm still the same guy on this YouTube channel, even if you haven't probably seen me for quite a while with a camera as well. And yeah, here I am. I want to give you a short update video. I want to tell you a bit on what happened, what is the overview of the channel and how it's going to continue, because, well, it will continue even through the last, I don't know, months, 2 months. Oh, it's quite a long time actually. Was not so great, and even the content before I was not so happy about, even that I had a bit of videos going, but I was not happy about it. Okay, so let's go further and talk a bit of what was going on. Okay, so what happened? Yeah, it happened what you saw, no videos. And if there was videos, quality was not so good, which I hated. What happened? I had limited time, that's one big point. I'm working full-time now, it's like not nearly, but like in like 1.5 months, I'm like working now 1 year full-time, because then it's 1 year ago that I was finished with my bachelor's degree in university and am now working full-time. And of course, if something like this happens, a lot changes. Because, well, obviously I am no longer in university, the life changes a bit, and yeah, life differs. So I had limited time. That's one excuse, but that's only an excuse really. Because I also had not so much motivation, and this had multiple things why it happened. To be honest, there are like 2 main points why I had no motivation. One point was that I was just not enjoying doing the videos, let's call it like that, because yeah, I did not enjoy that because I did not like the quality myself, and I also had a lot of frustration with especially the game engine series, because it's just a really big topic that's hard to handle. Even full-time YouTubers struggle doing videos on that, and that's the main thing. And if you don't have your like main time doing like the software project and making then videos on the software project, it is really hard. I tried to reduce it with the game engine series, but it did for me not really work with the quality and all the time and what I wanted to keep up. Now what happened further? I had holidays, I was in Italy, yay, I got some refreshment, I got some time to think about YouTube, think about everything, and just have a few weeks that really give me some holidays, because, well, more or less, I had no holidays, not no holidays, but only like just a few like days with longer weekends and the holidays on the beginning of the year after Christmas. But that's everything that I had. I had no really holidays in between that, so it's good to get some refreshments and think about stuff and, yeah, to come up with a new plan, how to, yeah, go further. So to understand for you how we're gonna go further with the channel, I want to give you some more informations about my active series. And with active series, I'm talking about what I have done as a regular series the past over like a year. So I have done a lot. I have done the 5000th game engine series. No, that's just a joke, but it kind of like feels like that because I tried it multiple times, but yeah, it was a bit hard, but I did a game engine series. It's actually quite a recent one, and if you scroll down back in my YouTube studio history, I actually find also where I did it as well, and yeah, I tried a few times. Let's just call it like that. So then we had the Boost C++ library essentials, where I was showing the Boost library. We had a bit of Arduino tutorial, which I really hoped would have been picked up better, but we're getting to that later. How the series performed, which really is a bit of a big of a deal. I would love to do like these microcontroller stuffs, but it requires quite a lot of effort to put in, and for that, let's just face it, we're gonna get to that in the details in a sec. The return was not so good. I actually did try to get some nice corporations, and I also got a nice corporation for the YouTube channel, which was actually my first corporation with a company, which was based on that Arduino Uno series hitting. But it did not really do it. Maybe I'm in the future still going to pull through the collaboration, but currently probably not. But maybe in the future. But currently I don't have time for that. Maybe if I change my mind and I have like a bit of time to really push through a video series in like 1 week that I take off from work and have the feeling to do that, maybe it's going to come back with the microcontroller stuff, but for now, probably not. But I'm already skipping ahead. I wanted to make it slowly. Okay, we had another series, Code to 3D modeling with Lua and C++. Not commenting on that one. We did a few videos on that, not so many. Then we had building a web server in C++, a devlog. Did a few videos on that. Yeah, but more information on that later. C++ libraries is also a big one that I had, and it's actually over a year ago that I uploaded the last video on that one, which really is sad. But okay, let's get to some more information. What was the performance on this video series? Now, the game engine series actually performed quite well. People watched it, the watch time and clicks were good. They were not really amazing, but they were good. Now, as expected, the Boost C++ library essentials hit quite hard. Not so hard than other series, but it was hitting quite hard and people were watching it and really enjoying what was going on, so that's a plus. The Arduino Uno tutorial was really underperforming, which is quite sad because this is how I started the whole YouTube channel. The Ludwig Fusel channel comes from the 80 Mega controller on the Arduino, and I started this in German, so this was trying to get an English equivalent of that series going, but did not end up being like that, but I tried. Let's call it like that. Then we had the Code to 3D modeling with Lua and C++. This was performing not so well, but also not good. It was like a bit lower than what I would call standard. The plus is for me like the standard, so it's a bit lower than standard, but would be in a tolerable level if I would love continuing it. But yeah, we're gonna see why we don't continue it later. Then the building the web server was actually performing quite well. It was kind of like comparable on how the game engine series performed, which actually pushes the game engine series quite far from being a good series or a successful series, because the game engine series aimed to be a tutorial, while this aimed to be a devlog. And if the devlog gets more than like the tutorial that shows you how to build a thing, I don't know. I don't really feel that it performed well in comparison. Then we have the C++ library series, which was quite a good hit. And I will count something like MoxPP and Conan are kind of in combination with C++ libraries. These are like video series that perform really, really well, which I like because I enjoyed making them. They were not too hard for me to make. Let's face it like that. And they performed good, which is like everything that you could want to have. I don't really know why I stopped doing these. Really, I don't know. I don't know what happened, why I did not continue these series. Really, I don't know. Don't ask me why. I really don't remember why I did not continue these, why I didn't make videos on that. Different story. I think it was probably because of the boost. But yeah. Okay, so let's now take a look on how I cancel series. Now, these series you can now officially call cancelled. The game engine series is cancelled just because I don't have fun doing these. If I would have fun doing these, I would continue them. But for me, I don't care. I cannot meet the quality standard that I want to bring you. And I don't have the time to bring you the quality standard in a good way. Or to increase the quality standard. In terms of increase the quality standard, I would need to have more time for YouTube. And I don't have that. I would want to have that if I sit down every evening when I come back from home, I quickly eat and I go down and I just work on the series, making animations, making graphics, trying to make software architecture to then record like a video once a week. I could probably do it. But let's face it, this is not how it's going to happen. Since I'm working now full-time and we have a quite good community at the office with the co-workers, and we are quite often doing some stuff after work together, and that I do stuff with old colleagues, with friends and everything, and also have family. There is already more time taken than when I was studying, because I was in contact with more friends during the studying. Now I have a new community that I'm in, and there's like a lot of private stuff that I want to do. That's for me some priority that I want to follow. And there's also some other like friends that I keep up online as well for playing games together. I really do not play that many single player games anymore. I was like a big fan. I was like playing a lot of single player games as well during studying. This is sadly not really happening. I have so many games on the backlog that I want to play, but I don't feel like playing it because for me it feels a bit like waste of time, because I enjoy meeting some of the friends and co-workers after work, and I enjoy playing games with friends online, and there's really quite less time left for the games that I rather really enjoy replaying old games than playing new games, but that's a different story. But I don't have the time, and I would have the free time, and this might seem harsh, but I'm not willing to invest it. It's not going to give me, it's going to cost me so much energy without really giving me back energy, and that's not what I want to do. And that's why game engine series can be considered cancelled. Arduino Uno tutorial. I enjoyed making these. It was hard. I was doing the videos quite often, but I would have come into that flow, so that would be easier for me to do them eventually. But all the setup, like the setup that I have here for recording, it's not ideal, and I would need to have a proper workbench. I cleaned up the workbench to make the videos on my workbench, but I would need a camera, and there's a lot of effort to put in these microcontroller related videos with not so much return. So these ones cancelled because of lack of interest from the channel. It's like that. If this would really have hit it, I would have gone the extra mile for doing it. Okay. But I don't want to complain. Don't misunderstand me here. It's okay. For me, it's okay to have a dash so that I can focus on the other stuff. Koto 3D modeling with Lua did not perform so well. It's not my expertise. I saw that this would be a fun project and I enjoyed doing it, but my expertise were not deep enough for all of this modeling stuff, and I was trying to come up with a good design on how I want to have these graphs modeled in the software and how they build up out of the Lua code and how it comes together and how it renders a three-dimensional object. But in the end, I did not really come up with a good software architecture. The performance was not so good, so cancelled. Like it is. Building a web server in C++, fun little project. I had fun doing it, it was kind of nice, but I have moved away from the technology. As simple as that. Sometimes you need to admit that the things you were trying to do, you did not do it the right way. Do I come back to that? Eventually. Do I do it the same than I have done it previously? No, because I have different approaches for web servers in C++ now. I don't want to redo everything, and I don't want to rewrite my base library. This is something that might come in the future, but for now I would not use the same backend and rely on the Boost backend as I did, because there's so much things to do. I rather hack that into an existing backend and just have a small file and a few function calls and hacking a few raw data into an existing library that I can interface with that and get the job done. So web server and C++ moved away from the technology. But we're gonna revive the C++ libraries. C++ libraries, the series will be revived at some point. I cannot tell you when this will all happen. I try to now continue the flow, and I try to continue bringing you videos and try to get back interact with YouTube and make regular videos, but I cannot tell you when the non-discontinued series will be continued, but they will continue. Okay, so what are the plans now that we know which series are cancelled? Well, actually the plans are multiple. I will continue the library series, Boost and the C++ libraries, because I like to explore new libraries. I like to see how they work. I like to introduce them to you. I like to talk about them. You know how I did it in the past, and that's something that I enjoy doing. It's done easy, fast, maybe not with Boost, because it's sometimes a bit of a headache to do, to also get into that and to learn it, and to some of the Boost documentation. Boost documentation in general is not really my favorite. I might skip some libraries in Boost now and put them on a backlog and later revisit them, because like Beast would have killed me. Or was it ASIO that I was now on? I need to check where I stopped. ASIO and Beast are like things that I will probably move behind to rather have in separate videos than the library essentials in Boost, even though they're like a core component, like some of the most known components of Boost. But they will continue, libraries will continue. I'm going to get back to that. Okay, so let's now talk about a new announcement, commercial grade C++. Building commercial grade software in C++. Now this commercial grade is kind of a clickbait. Oh, I'm a bit in front of the small in there, but that's okay. Commercial grade is a bit clickbait. Yes. I'm not going to write software that's battle tested that is 100% good, and I cannot certify that. I can certify that I'm giving my best and that I'm showing you concepts that work in commercial grade software, but I'm not going to guarantee you that this knowledge is enough to build a 100% software, a 100% commercial grade software. Maybe you're going to get 98% grade commercial grade software. But even if you are taking a look at big software projects, there's always a few percentage left that leak some security vulnerabilities from time to time, and that lead to crashes to time and to application downtime. That's always something that you're going to have. You're not going to get the holy grail, but you're going to get a quite good introduction to commercial grade software, because that's what I do and what I enjoy. For commercial grade software, I'm basically calling everything that's not a game engine, basically. We're not going to go so much into UI. I'm going to go more into web-based applications. We're going to build a SaaS platform. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. I have multiple ideas, but I think we're going to start with a small service-related SaaS application, which has a database backend, which has a web front end, has all the renderings for the web page, and is split it into microservices, but we're going to tackle microservices a bit different than what the industry does, because I have a better idea how microservices work. Microservices are a good way to separate your application, because if your application is nice, modular, separated, it's a good practice to do it, and why not expose this interface for making microservices, and why not have some way to configure them, have them as independent software parts, and maybe even be able to split them on multiple servers. But we're going to check on that, and we're going to check what it takes to achieve that. And that's what we're going to do. Commercial grade software. It's nothing more than that. Than just the software that you can then later on run as a SaaS platform, and we might probably even go as far as even launching the SaaS platform on the web. And I might even keep it up so that you can play around with that until the server gets overloaded because somebody tries to be nasty to me. Because I'm not going to put protection on the server. Maybe I do. Maybe I put a load balancer and some DDoS protection in front, but nobody knows. Maybe it's also just going to be up so that you can play a bit around with the video. Maybe we're gonna put it somewhere else, but yeah, I want to show you how to do it. Yeah. What's the base for everything? MoxPP. I have released a new video that's super trash. Take a look at the MoxPP update video. I might do a complete new video on MoxPP that is a redone video of the previous one that shows you how to use MoxPP and Conan. The last one was an update video, the shitty iPad video out of Italy. It was quite good for being recorded on an iPad. I still need to figure out why iMovie likes to export HD videos even though the iPad has better resolution, and it's kind of like killing the resolution. It's not looking so good, and I think I need to get a better video editing software on my iPad, which is already hilarious. But if I would get myself a better keyboard on the iPad with the new AirPods that I have, the audio quality was actually quite decent, I think. And yeah, would be quite cool if I could just do with my Windows VM videos, but the aspect ratios, I don't know. But yeah, MoxPP, it's the base for everything. I might do another video showcasing MoxPP, not as a series, maybe it's the next one showcasing MoxPP again from start to finish. Right? I want to show you how to use the software, not just an update video that tells you what's new. Okay, that's it. I hope you are thrilled. I hope you are not upset that I am discontinuing the core component of this channel, which has been DirectX 12. It has been Unreal Engine as well, but yeah, that's also a bit of a drawback for me. Like, Unreal Engine gave me like a big spike and made me big. If you can consider my current channel size as big, but for me it's big. It's the biggest that I ever reached with a YouTube channel. Unreal Engine made that. People stayed. People also came from different series, but the boost that Unreal Engine gave me also brought me other people, and this boost is currently a bit declining, which is sad. Not only the boost, like, yeah, I mean, it's the boost, right? The boost, it grows because of Unreal Engine. It starts to floor out, and now it's a bit declining, and I hope with the new revisiting of the channel and taking a bit of a look what really comes good, I can kind of like catch that and keep the channel running, which is in the end what I want. So thank you for watching. Be thrilled for the next videos. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a nice day. Bye.